So let's see. Oh yeah, sliders. We like them. Yeah. Z. Ah, okay. I get it. So let's have a look at this. We've got the choice between different types of characters. It's job descriptions, huh? You're a miner dispatched to Titan with the know-how to survive underground and use mining equipment. We start with a personal storage and 100 iron and copper. We can also pick another portrait if we want. And we can be someone else, or Ryan Martin. Yeah, okay. Whoever thought that music needs to be this loud was wrong. A miner. And then there's 0%. Is that like a progression? Probably. Oh, you played the Grim Dawn and Everspace 2. How did you like Everspace 2? Grim Dawn's awesome. But Everspace 2 I was conflicted about. A soldier. Doctor. A scientist. I'm gonna say we start as Subterrain, the miner, right? That's the starting character. Strength, endurance, agility, perception. It's AGI, not AGY. That's just weird. Okay, mutation. Interesting. Difficulty. Punishing. Nightmare. Aye. Ah. This is normal difficulty. And some of these settings make it much harder. Okay. I see. I'm going to leave it as the default normal difficulty. Strongly recommended. Play the tutorial. So it's like a survival game. You're enjoying it. The story isn't mind-blowing. So yeah, okay, that's fine. It's an ARPG, right? Flying around and shooting stuff is great. Cool. Maybe I should get back to it. Try again. The Titan Excavation and Colonization Company, also known as TECC, was born of human ingenuity and a compulsion to capture Saturn's largest moon for its precious resources. This plan was in the making long before such a mission was even possible. It was a top priority under the leadership of CEO Atticus Proangelos. An interesting name. After a twist of fate known only to corporate insiders, Tech successfully populated several mining camps on Titan's surface. The company invested heavily in terraforming technology capable of transforming the atmosphere for human habitation. Titan's first pioneers oversaw this process and created a new life for themselves until one day... Dun dun dun. They were all gone. In conjunction with research and mercenary groups, Tech launched additional teams to Titan Investigate the cause of the first settlement's loss. One such team was sent to a remote location called Camp Hugin, where the new exploratory team was tasked with recovering assets from the deep mines. Unfortunately, their numbers were decimated under mysterious circumstances, and contact with Tech HQ was severed. The remaining residents of Camp Hugin were stuck in survival mode, scraping together materials to make it another day. Okay. And then they uncovered a stasis pod buried in the ruins. Could the person inside really be alive? Something stirs in the black void of existence as your consciousness begins to awaken once more. An explosion in your spirit brings the world back into view, though your senses are stifled. Oh, that's the fast forward, okay. Thinking is complicated, as is the idea of speech. Too many images flash through your mind, but dreams and reality are intertwined. Just how long have you been sleeping? The liquid surrounding you drains and the world comes crashing in. Loud machine gears and computerized beeps attack your senses. Sudden shock to the system from your metal restraints forces your first breath. Fresh air fills your lungs as if for the first time, sending your heart racing. Ooh. Ah! We're shouting a bit. The sound of your own scream makes your hair stand on end, and your olfactories catch the scent of chemicals and blood. Shadows on the other side of your glass enclosure move swiftly. Your eyes dart from side to side as you try to figure out what is happening and push yourself to speak. Let me out! Oh no! The cocoon of metal and glass you've come to know shakes and retracts, replacing the cold vapor with a warm light. The first person you see is a woman. Is that concern on her face or excitement? Don't experiment on me, please. Hello, I hoped you'd be alive in there. This cryotube is old tech. There's Ida Shahane. Where? Stay calm, you're safe. This is Camp Hugin on Titan, and I'm Dr. Shahane, even, head of our clinic. We've just taken you out of stasis. First things first, your body's motor functions should be returned after the electrical cardioversion. Please try to move for me. We need to gather initial biometric readings to proceed. Okay. So, if I remember correctly, you wiggle the big toe on your right foot ever so slightly, bringing a smile to your face and the doctor's. However, when you push beyond that, your body is racked with pain. It hurts too much. The pain intensifies as sheer agony suddenly overtakes your body. Your newly found vision blurs and reality gets hazier by the minute. That's not good. Honestly, Everspace 2 is exactly what you expected. Everspace 1, but an ARPG rather than a roguelite, yes. And more stuff. And better graphics. That sounds good. I've been back to Everspace 1 not too long ago and felt that it wasn't offering what I was looking for. So maybe the second one is more in the vein of what I'm looking for. I mean, the first game is cool, right? But it's a very condensed loop. And I like flying around in space too much to have it interrupted so many times. In the first game, the arenas you fly around in, they're very small. Very, very small. There are a few points of interest, and after playing the game for a bit, you are really fast at grasping what's in the area you're in, and then oftentimes you just fast forward to the next one because this current one hasn't got what you're looking for, and you can't risk fighting all the enemies. And I kind of like flying around in space fighting enemies, so maybe this Everspace 2 is... yeah, exactly. Gives you a bit more room. I think that's what I want to say, yeah. A remake? Oh, I'm pouring coffee. Sorry, this takes a minute. No. This has been in early access for quite some time. I was last checking out the demo for this like 2 or 3 years ago, I think. And Subterrain, the original game is way older than that. And a bit different. Is Subterrain on Steam even? I don't know. No. Mines of Titan has been released last year in March. And it's, I think it's part of the Subterrain game world-ish. But not directly connected. Oh, cool. Yeah, I should definitely pick it up on a sale. That's a good plan. You upgraded your PC finally. Yay! Oh, Mines of Titan was... Ah, okay. I'm not sure if this is connected to that old game. Didn't occur to me to look that up. Now I have to look that up. 1989 even. Single player role playing video game. Oh, Westwood. Oh, hello. And that 99 or 89, sorry, is a remake of a C64 game. I have not been aware of Mines of Titan before. Very interesting. Oh, 6 years between the CPUs. That's going to be good. And the GPU upgrade is going to be amazing. CPU, probably not so much. Stand still on the... Yeah. Ah, cool, Mikhails. Thanks for pointing that out. CPU difference is gigantic. Okay. I always felt like I don't really feel so much. Graphics are more obvious. CPU is maybe a bit more subtle. Better by the factor 3. Yeah. Sounds good. Dr. Shahane's expression grows fearful, though she remains calm under pressure. As she backs away, the sound of her steps fades away as your senses are overwhelmed by your ever-increasing heartbeat. Isco, get over here. Another figure rushes into the clinic, but your crawling skin and rising adrenaline levels make it difficult to focus on them. They seem just as freaked out as the doctor. Your vision goes red before everything turns black. Suddenly, you're returned to a familiar black void. Get me diazepam, stat! We need to stop the convulsions. These vitals are beyond critical. Do we want to waste most of our supply to save one patient? I'm gonna kill them. I'm not losing this one. This might be the key to everything. We are the key to everything with that beard and all. Look at that. Cool introduction. If you don't mind reading, that is. If you hate reading, then this is not a game for you. There's a lot of text. Slowly opening your eyes, you see Dr. Shahane watching you. Your heartbeat has slowed, but your blood feels energized, almost refreshed. Welcome back. We thought we'd lost you, but you spontaneously recovered from whatever was affecting you. That was too close. Isco? Conditions are stable, Ida. Good. Now, can you try to move for me again? No time for pleasantries. You move 2 toes this time, and the notable lack of pain is a relief. Not really. I'm too weak, but at least it doesn't hurt anymore. Good. Progress is progress, and the absence of pain is a positive indicator. Now then, do you remember why you were in stasis? Any info you have will help us understand your situation. I don't remember. I know my name's Ryan Martin, but beyond that, it's a little fuzzy. Well, Ryan Martin, you were placed in cryostasis outside of usual protocols. Your body wasn't appropriately cooled beforehand, and that's just one example. My guess is that there was some sort of emergency that necessitated your stasis. Am I correct? Well, I don't know. You shrug your shoulders as a reflex, another milestone. Your pod was marked as belonging to the first Camp Hugin settlement, but the logs and metadata were too corrupted to recover. Thanks to ISCO, we successfully connected it to our systems, despite its outdated tech. That might have contributed to your rocky awakening, but your stasis duration, your tech clearance level, all of it remains a mystery. Oh, so we were part of the first wave of settlers. I thought everybody died, except us. Put plainly, everyone here is part of Tech's second mining operation. Everyone from the first settlement was reported missing about 7 years ago, including you. And in terms of panic fills your mind as Dr. Shane's voice fades into the ether. The names, faces, and everything about your past escapes you. You have faint memories of joining Tech and arriving on Titan, but nothing is entirely clear. Quickly come back to your senses. And in any case, your mind is a puzzle we hope to piece together. Only then can we know exactly what to do with you. And as the mind heals, your body will follow. For now, we focus on solvable problems. Everyone pulls their weight around here, so adding one more set of hands will be godsend. Let's get you up and moving. Timing cryostasis left your omniscope damaged, and without that you'll be flying blind around here. We need to get it back online for you. During your initial examination we attempted to reactivate it, but the damage made it combust. Luckily, Isco and I were able to remove it before it left any lasting scars. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you? Question mark. No need to thank us. Saving you is entirely unselfish. Your survival is crucial to our own, after all. Exactly. Okay, so we've already replaced most of your Omniscope controller's internals to make it compatible with our system. We may even be able to upgrade it later, but we're limited in how much we have in the clinic. Do you remember how to use it? Basics, yeah. Your Omniscope is a multifunctional embedded information device composed of wireless lenses inserted into the eyes via surgery and a remotely linked AI unit. Can be used to communicate, display maps, or analyze objects. AKA, it's your head-up display. Yay! Another positive sign of your memory returning. Isco, hand me the controller. Sure thing. Despite your unorthodox bedside manner, you feel safe in Dr. Shahane's care and await the anesthetics for Omniscope implantation. Pulling the eye out. Sounds like it. She keeps her attention on you while simultaneously configuring the controller like the expert she is. I know you can't move right now, but just as a precaution, hold still. Crunchy sounds. Eye removed. Implant in. Eye back. Surprisingly, you feel a hand under your head as Dr. Shahane starts the implantation procedure without painkillers. Wasn't I awaiting the anesthetics? You shudder as a thin object slithers from your eye sockets. Ida injects another quickly after and quickly burrows into your skull. You hold in your scream since this pain is preferable to what you experienced earlier. It doesn't take long before your vision is augmented by your new Omniscope, overlaying vital data over everything you see. The displayed text takes time to normalize as your brain translates complex data streams into a language you can interpret. I know it's uncomfortable, but system updates are almost complete. Head-up display. That was a whole lot of text, right? And context for a head-up display. I like it. The AI is named Cassini. Omniscope ID 24601, start and boot sequence. Hello, I'm Cassini, AI system connected to Omniscope ID 24601. Memory error detected. Attempting recovery. Please wait. Omniscope memory recovered. Please check Omniscope functionality through the tab key. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Omniscope is operational at 89% synchronization. Good. I'll have Isco monitor that during your next checkup. I'll make a note. We'll have you in tip-top shape soon. Not tiptoe shape, tip-top shape. But you're at least feeling a little better, yes? Your omniscope is also connected to your bioelectrical system, so moving your body should be easier now. So, come on, please get up. It's time to get out of bed. Check the guide. Movement. So you can use the mouse to move around, or you can use WASD and diagonally, or the numpad, I guess. Right. Okay, so for you, it's about being able to play bigger settlements and games. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Dwarf Fortress needs a ton. RimWorld needs a ton of memory. And processing power, of course, from the CPU. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I guess, you know. We came from the cryotube, Emre, that's why. We're naked. We came from the cryotube. We were in cryosleep. Yeah, let's get a bit closer to that. We were in cryosleep for a long time. There's an O2 level. Day and night cycle, where we are. There's a mini map. These are our stats. More stats. Even more stats. Yet more stats. And look at this. More stats. Oh, there are many ways to die in this game. There's also mining and harvesting efficiency, projectile recovery chance, flinching, jamming, fortitude. Okay. Wow. It's a proper RPG. Oh, this is an old save. From the demo. Ages ago. Press the left Alt key to obtain more information. Okay. So you get some mouse over door, bed. Yeah, and left clicking moves us. It's turn-based. So the first Subterrain game was real-time crafting, survival and combat, and this is now turn-based with much more dialogue and a focus on the story compared to the first game. Yeah, but because we were in the cryotube, we were not fully clothed. We have got a dry throat. We're peckish. I kind of am still looking. Map. For the inventory. I was pressing. Okay. We don't have an inventory yet. Okay. You caught Ida in the middle of going through a long list of to-dos with Iskar. They both notice you. Your arms and legs working. You don't seem to be in pain. That's great. You'll find a change of clothes in the box behind the monitors. When you're done, I have more to share with you. Okay. How to equip items. Oh. There you go. Camp sportswear. Convenient. This has a durability. If I recycle it, I get 31 scrap, and it's worth 198 money cash. And we can just equip it. Choose. We're not naked anymore. You can look again. Open your eyes. A bit of a tight fit, but it'll do for now. He was right. You make a mental note to find new clothes later, but then you hear the growl of your empty stomach. I hear it too. Use your omniscope to find the pub and get something to ease your polyphagia. I already let them know you're coming and they have food. Oh, their soup is to die for. Ask for Alp. He's a large man with a somehow perfect mustache, and lucky for you, he loves meeting new people. Keep in mind that it is common to feel the need to binge eat after leaving cryostasis, but take it one bite at a time and listen to your body. Now go, don't miss your next checkup. Yes, ma'am. After a lengthy slumber, my hibernation device was found by Dr. Shahane, and she cracked it open to bring me back into the world. This is now the quick version. Probably one of the too many camps built on Titan, the largest Saturn's 83 moons. My first goal is to understand the situation. I need to locate more information. I've been told to visit Alpha some food. Okay. So, I thought these were food machines, but apparently they are not. Oh yeah, if I press the Alt key, I also see which ways I can move to, what I can interact with. Right? You see the... The furniture is empty. This furniture is also empty. This sofa looks very comfortable. Please go. Hi. If it isn't my favorite patient, do you need something? Just learning my way around. Can you tell me more about the camp? Well, you already know I take care of the camp's medical needs. We are on Titan, the largest of Saturn's moons. We're also pretty far from tech headquarters. Wait, isn't Dr. Shahane the head of medical? Officially, yes, but I took over most of Ida's responsibilities when she changed focus to her current research project. What's she studying? She's been looking into the circumstances surrounding the previous settlers here, which eventually led her to you. You should have seen her face when she found you. I mainly tend to injuries and treat anyone showing symptoms from exposure to the mine. But I'm also an expert in medical tech. All the while, Ida's giving her all to something even bigger. She's constantly pushing herself, which is one of the reasons I admire her so much. You mentioned mine exposure. Can you elaborate? We don't know yet, but some miners who went underground came back ill. Some were beyond medical intervention, and the remaining survivors are quarantined in medical-induced comas to decelerate their sickness. The mine was closed, but we're still researching a cure. Again, something Ida will crack one day. Without the mine, though, our supplies are limited. That's part of why your Omniscope was built from used parts instead of brand new ones. If something doesn't change soon, we won't last long here. And Tech HQ has cut off support? How can they do that? I wish I could tell you more, not really my department. Thanks for the talk. See you later. And we can trade with them. That's good to know. Polyphagia is the medical term for abnormally strong insatiable hunger or a persistent so a regular Friday evening. I'm joking. It's a symptom of an underlying medical condition, not a disorder by itself, and often requires medical attention to determine the cause. Look at that. $32 GB of RAM is relatively standard, I would say, yeah. At least 16. I don't look like a caveman anymore, that's true. Yeah, and normally it doesn't cost a lot to get 32 gigabytes, but... yeah, I guess for office stuff you can get away with 8. 4 is cutting it short, though. It doesn't save the... No, it does save it. You have to click apply, though. I was about to say it doesn't save the control sets, but... They are following me! Run away! Physical needs. Ham radio scraps. Mine! It's mine! So this is still the... It's my personal storage. Yeah, okay. Bathroom? I found a stimulant. Ooh, inventory is huge. Fight or flight. A quick injection that boosts the body's adrenaline for those fight or flight moments. Yeah. That's the creepy basement. Where Ida is probably doing her weird research. Oh no, this is where we woke up from the cry. Okay. Let's take all the junk. Nobody will notice. It looks like some kind of panel that oversees the facility status. I better not touch this. Not yet. Lots of old... Oh, close. Scientist uniform in bad quality. Yeah, okay. Yeah, suddenly so much money needed for regular AC Akufo. They are dead. I'm not gonna take the rags from the morgue. Am I? No, I'm not. Okay, this is the morgue. Bye. Ah, there's Dr. Sheen. So let's get upstairs. Aha! This way to the pub. Let's go to the pub. That's the mustachio man. Oh, new face. My name's Alpa, owner of Alp's Pub. Stop by and try the food. You won't be disappointed. I was told to ask about... Pull up a seat and tell me what you'd like. Sorry for the short menu. Options have dried up since the Titan HQ supply chains were cut off. Actually, Isco said your soup was good. Can I try some of that? Just the words a cook wants to hear, and I have a batch of Mercy Mech soup simmering right now. You're gonna love it. Not like I have options. Alp looks around to see if anyone's listening, even though the place is currently empty, and speaks in a harsh tone. Listen, I've got a bowl of soup with your name on it, if you can help me out. Sounds fair, depending on what you need. Family of rats is set. Oh, we get rats in the basement. It's an RPG. SSDs are also getting more. That is a classic, right? SSDs are getting more pricey as well. Yeah. Yeah, RAM is expensive. That's nuts. Oh, I usually don't do overclocking. It's a family recipe. What, rat soup? Bring me 5 rat tails and you get soup. Oh, soup is from lentils, not from rats. Okay. Only 5. These are no ordinary rats. Think of the rats you know from Earth, and now imagine that creature evolving in the worst conditions of Titan and his great-great-great-great-great-grandsport coming out hideously deformed. The 5 is more than enough and should put the fear of God into the rest of them. They know to stay out of my pub. Got a deal? Your stomach growls as a reminder that you have few options for food at the moment. Alp holds out his hand and you shake it. He smiles and returns to his normal, boisterous speaking volume. Very good, my friend. Here's the key card to the basement. Good luck. Okay, so we have no weapons, and I'm not going to punch a rat. Cutlery. It's a jukebox. So it's a fairly complex game, but the controls are also fairly straightforward. What I don't know yet is if we can if we can just craft somewhere What's this? Water. Thank you. Centipede juice. It's not that bad actually. Okay. Oh, hello, I'm Miriam, a server at the pub. Stop by if you haven't already. Alp's great cook. I'm also emptying your basement. You're welcome. So I can apparently take everything without anybody making a fuss over it. I mean, mostly it's junk that I'm taking, so that's... But I wish I had cut... I found weapons. And they are, you know, a cleaver. And a mop. Let's mop up some rats. Thank you. Mopping up rats is probably disgusting. But we are on janitorial duty. Ah, it's another status panel. Okay. Ah, we can now attack these barrels. Yeah, would be disgusting. So where's the actual basement? They gave me an extra key for it. There we go. The weapons are here also. Oh, we get a slingshot. Interesting. Do we have a second? Yes, we have a second weapon slot where we can put ammo. Back quote. What kind of button is that? Back quote. I don't get... Oh, it's up there. Okay. Fair enough. Let's start with the ranged attack. I already hear the squeaking of the rats, but... Yeah, it's a secret theme today. It's slingshot theme. How to attack. That's a Titan rat. It has 50 bloody health points. Okay, so if I switch, that takes a turn. This a two-handed mop. Yeah, okay. So we can press space to skip a turn. That was a crit. And now it's afraid. Not anymore. And we're supposed to collect 5 of these rat tails. Oh shit. I'm going to take this adrenaline shot. And do... Yeah, now they don't know where I am, which is good. Opportunity attack. Okay. Double kill. No, double hit. So you can fumble attacks. And we're going to check out the health. That's going to heal us over 4 turns. Skip. I leveled up strength, if I understand this correctly. It works a lot like Fallout. If you know classic Fallout, the game is very similar to that, in a way. Just Fallout doesn't really look grid-based. But this does. Punch, punch, punch. No. I'm shooting the barrels. That's clever. Okay, so we have... the ability to get perks. We are level 2 out of 212. Okay. Our strength increased. It's decreased because we're currently hungry, but yeah, we did it. Fallout didn't have a mop, no. And the Fallout UI is a bit clunkier due to it being older, right? They have some very neat some very neat things with the mouse and the keyboard that are basically shortcut. I've got 1 perk point currently. So going green is a passive that I can pick with 2 perk points where I learn gardening skills at an increased rate. Mining skills, the same thing. Discover hidden objects, doors, and targets. Higher perception levels reveal more and more secrets. Oh. Physical. We could unlock quick dash. Get out of harm's way. We could unlock bow mastery. Rifle mastery, pistol mastery, two-handed mop mastery. I do not miss 90s UIs. Nope, not at all. Nope. Yeah, I remember playing what's it called? This top-down, turn-based tactics game with soldiers, mercenaries, really. I want to say Lethal Weapon, but that's wrong. But that one had a clunky UI, for sure. Quick dash. Dash seems like a cool thing. So we can have that on a quick slot. Oh, commandos. That was also a bit clunky. You had to click so many times. And Warcraft 1 was nuts. Yeah, Warcraft 1 was nuts. But I remember playing the orcs, and then you could later on you could summon a demon, right? And I know the you had to click different buttons to quickly summon the demons, like select the unit, select the skill of the unit, and then target where to summon the demon, and then you had to click the demon again to control it, I think. That was insane. Commandos was a bit clunky as well. Yeah, where you click to move, and you click to get up, and go to crouch, and so on and so forth. No, I meant tip of my tongue. Give me a second. So, if I go by... I really loved Commandos back then. I did really like it. Okay, I'm looking up. The game now. Because otherwise I'm not gonna sleep. What was it? There were a few newer games. They were also not too bad. Jagged Alliance is what I was going for. Jagged Alliance had such a clunky user interface. The first game, at least. Have you ever played the Jagged Alliance 1 and 2? Like, click on that, click on that, click on that, click over there, and then they probably shoot. Actually, the second game is really cool if you can get past the first challenge of understanding what it wants you to do and then getting into the game, but it's really good. I think there was a remake of some sort, but I'm not sure if that is any good at all. But yeah. So, we killed rats. Did we kill 5 rats? We did. Shall we smash a few more barrels? Mopping up, as we say in the business. Mop masters that we are. So, I feel like this game is doing a splendid job at offering advanced guidance if you want it by putting it in your journal, right? It just pops up. I could do without this blinking here. That's a bit, you know. Yeah, you can click on that and then it goes away. Name's Ulf. Ulf's the mixologist. I used to be a miner. Then I took a mop to the face, probably. Sorry, Ulf. I'm leaving. Where's Mustachio Man? I just killed the rats. Where's Dude? Come here. Where is the man of the house? Oh, maybe I can see them on the map? Alp's room. I mean, it could be that he went to bed. What's the time anyway? I don't... Is that an ID tag? Does Alp live in basement number 2? Yes, he does. Dude, have you eaten? My food will remind you of home. They were tougher than they looked, but I brought 5 rat tails. Well, 6 if you count this one. That. Great work. Scratches never hurt anybody. Food, water, credits. Yay! See David to register your ocular implant thing. Okay. Instead of reading everything, I just did a summary. David. Yes. They explain all the mechanics, and there are lots of mechanics, right? But if you played a turn-based RPG at any point before, this will be very, very similar to that. And they did a good job here. Right, this is the mouse wheel. I can just scroll through the categories, and now we will have... Boy, where's the soup? This is not soup. Eat. I thought they gave me soup. Did they give me centipede juice instead? Tracking. Up, basement, storage. Okay, and then you get an actual tracking blip. Where to go. That's pretty cool, right? Yeah. So you can get a tracking. Yeah, that's neat. We're also thirsty. And we need to sleep. So let's have some water. And find a place to sleep. Ah, there's the way up. I mean, we can sleep in the medical bay, I guess. Oh, they went bankrupt? Shadow Gambit, that's the one. They definitely closed down. Maybe they're not bankrupt, but yeah. It is not easy to survive as a game studio. Yep. So let's try this again. Registering. Here. It's a neat system, isn't it? It seems to be the old window of the supply facility. Next to the rusty monitor there are scattered papers that seem to have organized the supplies of this facility. Hello? Anyone here? Hi, I'm here to register. My name is... Katerina. They just make them younger and younger. Registering, eh? She rolls her eyes. Sending someone to your office for registration, make sure to close your browsers. David will see you. He's through here. There. He seems nice. Hi, I'm Mop Guy. Everyone calls them the house. Okay. No one calls you that, David. Stop trying to make the house happen. The characters are fun. And believable. Okay, we're Ryan. You look like a maverick. I don't. Okay, now we can connect to even more things. Now we can use trade boxes to trade now. Okay. Okay, you can put all the things you collect in your storage, and then you can perform one of 3 requests. One is crafting, one is research, and one is recycle. Breaks them down for credits. Oh, recycle does break them down for crafting. Crafting makes new items from the broken down parts, and research unlocks more things to be crafted by analyzing blueprints. Okay, cool. Okay, now we get a little recycling tutorial. Yes, okay, fair enough. Right, let's see. We have junk. Put that in storage. Right. No, I didn't read everything, so now I have to check. is production. Ah, okay. So we have a pile of junk here. Why does it say idling with a portrait of someone I don't know under the pile of junk? That's weird. Okay, so if we recycle the pile of junk, we get refined iron 22. That's a request. In the queue. Task complete. All David or Katerina? David's back. Okay, this is a bit too much then, with the hand holding here. We now got a blueprint that we can research. Have I got to put it in storage before? Oh, okay. That's a bit clunky. We put the blueprint in storage. Then we press N, and then we research it. Which takes time. Done. I just skipped a few turns by pressing space. Okay. Yeah, so the tutorial is very extensive. They did give you the option to just play the game in the beginning, right? If you remember that. So if you feel comfortable with this type of game, you can just jump in and skip the tutorial. Because the user interface is very, very neat and shouldn't be too hard to understand. And you can always check the guide for things you don't get at first glance. But the tutorial is really only if you're new to the genre, I would say. It's fun, right? The writing is well done and the characters are kind of fun. But you have to be in the mood to read a lot. And I think that goes for the whole game. It's not going to be constantly reading, but there's a lot of text. There's a lot of story, context even. And I think that's a good thing, because that's exactly what I would want from a game like this. And then there's the station's resources up here, right? Food, water, electricity. Interesting. That's going to come in at some point. So we're supposed to help save this station and figure out why. And that's the more interesting part, right? We're supposed to figure out why the previous settlers all are gone, except for the character you're playing. Oh, they want me to be... Yeah, okay. Yep. Door trap. It needs 6 refined iron, which we have in storage already. 2, 3, 4 turns, and there you go. We've got a cloth. What guide is your friend? Speak with Mr. Lau. Okay. Now we are free to leave. Cool. And if you get lost, you just click on your current job, get a room. Want to find out where that is. I mean, the symbols work, right? It's storage management, housing, medical, foodstuffs. That's pretty good. Housing permit. I'm just going to click through that real quick. We have to pay for our room, huh? He wants us to do a favor, obviously. Yeah, Mr. Lau seems like a nasty piece of work. Our personal room. Smells like chlorine and blood. Yeah, great. Sleep. This is a decent game. Spoilers. Oh, we are very, very much gonna go deeper in this game. We are very much gonna go deeper. Oh, I'm gonna save here. Cool. It's a game that needs you to put some time aside to play this. This is not quickly done or fast gameplay at all. It's a proper RPG with turn-based combat and a whole world to explore, and proper world building with dialogue and people that actually have more to them than just buy something. So you kind of have to be in the mood for that. And that was interesting to see. I think the setting is pretty cool. The graphics are rather simple, so you have to also get down with that. But I find it a very promising little or big game to explore. I'm not sure how long it takes to play through this. I would guess 40 to 60 hours is realistic.